I want to rant about God's neutrality for a moment. God not stepping in when God could. We make the joke, Switzerland, when somebody can't make a decision. It's you have the choice to help or hurt, and you choose not to choose. So you're totally neutral. I'm starting to feel that's how God is in this world. We plead and we pray and we believe for something to change, but it doesn't change. It's within God's power to do, but it doesn't change. Even though we've done everything we can, and we pray and we hope and we believe and all those stupid words you could probably explain. Each one's different, but they're all pointing towards faith, believing. God's neutral, which pisses me off. It angers me a lot. I heard someone talk about apathy one time, about how apathy is the worst sin, worse than actually doing something bad is not doing something good, being apathetic. And who's to say that God hasn't been that way? If it's you, then reply and tell me how God hasn't been apathetic. Of course, I started thinking today about other things. I've always got money woes in my mind. We can't seem to catch a break for very long, and it's why I don't know. But that's just the straw that's on top of the camel's back. Because I'm a camel right now in this analogy. I'm a camel. If you know me, kind of a few weeks ago, a little over 3 weeks ago, we lost my mother-in-law to cancer. And this is the first time I'm saying it out loud. I'm saying it to my camera phone. I'm angry with God because God did not intervene, and I don't know why. We stood with her. My wife and I stood with her for. We believed in healing. We believed she's healed. We were in her room the last week, and at that point, she's like, I'm not getting up. Some of y'all would say she gave up. Pain makes you do things. It helps you decide. It was one of those, I'd rather die than survive like this. Because at that point, she didn't see the healing happening. So the pain took over. And my wife was conflicted. She stood with me believing that she's healed. Believing the mom's getting up off that bed. Believing the mom's she's gonna be running with us again. She stood with me, and then she was conflicted. She was conflicted. She didn't know, does she stand for healing, or does she stand with her mom, who's ready to just be done? And the final days, my wife stood with her mom. She said she's ready for it to be done. Because they didn't see the healing happening, so she was just ready to be done. And I was standing against my mom, my wife, because until the end, I believed in this healing. That mom's gonna get up and she's gonna walk, and then she's gonna run. I was believing in that. I stood against my wife and against my second mom because I was believing in something that I'd been taught, that she's healed. God's the healer. And I was there when she was put in the grave. And I'm mad because God didn't do anything. I didn't see God heal at all. You might say she's healed. The great by and by, you're going to see her again. I don't right now. It doesn't matter. Because that's going to happen in 50 years, in 20 years, tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to die and I'm going to go to heaven to see her. I don't care about then. I care about now. I wanted to be able to see her. I want to be able to walk with her, and I want to be able to run with her. And God didn't lift that healing. He didn't lift her up and heal her on this earth. Yeah, she's healed in heaven. Doesn't matter right here. Because I'm here and now. I'm on earth. So what am I supposed to believe? It's so hard to be strong in my belief that God's a healer. God created the world. I believe that. And I will always believe that God created. God's omnipotent. God has all this power. Why didn't He use it? So I'm angry because God didn't use that power and lift Mom up off that bed. He didn't let her walk with us or run with us or play with us or talk with us. He didn't let her up. He let Satan have his way. Because Satan created pain. The cancer in the beginning of when cancer first came around, it was because of sin. Satan put it into the human race. It's Satan. But God could have raised her up. God could put it down. It's the story of Job. The story of Job. Maybe I don't understand the story. I've only read it once. I haven't read it a lot of times. Couldn't get through it again because it made me so pissed off. Because why was Job good? Because he didn't curse God. Why did he have faith? Because he didn't curse God. Oh yeah, Satan sent whatever, the fire and the earthquake and the plague and all. It killed his family, killed all his livestock, took away all his job, basically killed everything because he was a farmer or whatever. Killed all that stuff, made him sick, gave him all these boils on his skin, but so he's writhing in pain, and he says God didn't do this, and he didn't curse God. He didn't curse God, and he was blessed for that. When is my blessing going to come? Because I've got the patience of Job too, I think. Because I'm not cursing God. But I know God's sitting by. Just like when Satan said he was going to hurt Job. Do anything you want, just don't take his life. That's what God said to Satan. Just don't take his life. So Satan can do whatever he wants to us. And God's just going to sit back and watch. I guess I'll believe that for now. I mean, until I hear something different.